Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Defense and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
A gain of 13.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Hands to Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
A gain of 7.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
First down.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
The tackle by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
15-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped at the goal line after a pickup of about 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Lions take over.
The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform, quarterback Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson, and he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And Charles struggles moving the ball, well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stanford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. What a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
To kick off for Detroit.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
That's a good job there by the corner.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Mitchell Trubisky has thrown a touchdown pass there. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, We send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Throw right side, take it in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. On the right side by Jones. Able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Johnson will wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. This one's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Derrick Kendricks. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Too greedy right there.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackle.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
this out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and
to throw is Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
39-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That's another Lions. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Detroit Lions.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp.
The one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for. He's up 3rd down.
To T.J. Hawkinson. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Stafford now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Stafford. They'll get this one together. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. it's Stafford. Finding Gabriel complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the third Seahawk Thomas. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Again, it's Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll score on a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27 from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And taken right on the 3rd. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Jones. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. 14. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Detroit, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit